Hello everyone. I'm still alive. Yes, I'm still here. Yeah, so I haven't really made any videos lately because just busy with work, swamped with work, and then most of my videos is just me drawing, and I have not been drawing that much lately, to be honest. So now I'm just starting to write dates and like little, and trying to describe what the hell the drawing's supposed to be. And if I feel like it, a little caption. Only this one has the little caption so far, but yeah. This is just a chameleon folk assassin. I'll read the little blurb I got there. Chameleon folk assassins have the ability to blend into the background, giving them an advantage over other assassins. The font is probably too small for you to read, but it's I can barely read it on my screen to be honest. But yeah, so it's just lizard folk. So why not a chameleon folk? Hopefully it looks like a chameleon. It's mostly just the eye. The head looks kind of reminds me of a triceratops, so I definitely want to draw a triceratops folk or something, dinosaur folk. But yeah, assassin. So he got dual wielding daggers. In media, it seems like assassins usually hold their weapons in reverse grip, and his feet is definitely way too tiny, especially since they have claws and stuff. But yeah. And here's the Diablo 2 Amazon. So I don't know if you heard, there's been leaked news that they're working on a Diablo 2 remaster, which I hope is true because lately I've got that Diablo itch. So I'm bored of Diablo 3, possibly because it's too easy. Like it's so easy to get to max level and get all the good gear. Yeah. So I've been trying out Path of Exile, which is free, and it's okay. It's a little too complicated, and I have to just follow. I'm just following guides, really. So I'm just focusing on leveling up, and I don't really care too much about the gear because in Diablo 2, the most fun I had was just leveling up new characters, trying out different builds, like Javazon, Amazon using javelins, Amazon using bows, Necromancer using summon skeletons, Necromancer using bone spears, bone spells, and stuff like that. Yeah. So I actually did buy a game Zombicide, which is normally $20, but I got on sale for $5. And I'm waiting for the DLC to go on sale as well. But yeah. And yeah, it has that Diablo itch. I actually like it a lot better than Path of Exile, even though nobody's actually playing the game because it's made by indie developer and it's really small. But yeah, really small player base. There's no multiplayer. It's not like Path of Exile, Diablo 3. I'm pretty sure more people play Diablo 2 than Zombicide, but yeah. I like it because I get to create all these different characters. Yeah, I got the summoning necromancer, summoning warlock. Later on, I'll try like doing spell necromancer, spell warlock. You got fire mage, ice mage, lightning mage, similar to Diablo 2. Yeah, and there's also some stuff like even like minor variations like axe warrior, sword warrior, mace warrior. I mean you had that in barbarians with Diablo 2, but it wasn't as big of a difference. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, so basically long story short, yeah, most of the time I've been just working and playing games, getting that looting, grinding itch, just leveling up characters, trying out different builds. And yeah, so hopefully Diablo 2 Remaster will come out and it'll be super good. But yeah. And because I've been playing these games, I feel like drawing fantasy art again, fantasy art, fantasy fan art. So here's my Death Knight, which just looks freaking awful. Really, the only Death Knight-ish thing about him is the skull shoulder pads, which are possibly way too tiny. And his helmet looks kind of more like a Sauron kind of helmet, Lord of the Rings kind of thing. Yeah. Otherwise, I had no idea. Like, yeah, just add some spikes and it looks more evil for a Death Knight. and his skin is more pale because you know he's like no longer living. But yeah, anyway. And here's a Orc Wolf Rider, and he has a prisoner of war behind him, or just a prisoner, period, which is an elf, high elf, because of his pale skin and his long ear, which means he's in high elf. He's definitely an elf, but yeah, he's a lot high elf. And here's an orc, and these two guys are super skinny because I'm bad at drawing side profiles or whatever they're called, side views. But there's a bunch of bushes, berry bushes, and he's riding a wolf, and the wolf is not good. I mean, the head is okay, I guess. Even the head is not good because look at that, his face. Like his, I don't know. It seems like his nose and mouth is way too big. But yeah, I tried. Yeah. So yeah, because orcs ride wolves in World of Warcraft and Warcraft 3. Or yeah, I know in Warhammer they ride pigs, but I'm sure later on I'm gonna draw them riding pigs as well. Pigs and wolves. Why not? In Skyrim, I mean Elder Scrolls, they ride horses. I'm creating my own like fantasy universe kind of thing. I can draw them however I want, right? And also, speaking of games, I also bought Bannerlord, Mount and Blade Bannerlord, full price unfortunately, because I didn't feel like waiting like years for it to drop in price. It just hit like, you know, it just hit the early access or whatever recently. So yeah, but I actually have not been playing it as much because it keeps on crashing, especially with the mods. Like the mods make the game so much better, but then it keeps on crashing. But yeah, I've very much been enjoying using the Crusade and Aserai horse archers. I don't know if I pronounced their cultures correctly, the names, but yeah, here's a Crusade nomad because yeah, just drawing a very basic soldier. Yeah. So this you can upgrade them into like the regular spearmen, the foot archers, or mounted lancers and a mounted horse archers. But yeah, the horse archers amazing in that game. Archers in general amazing because I don't know. I guess the balance is not so good, but yeah. And here's Lord of the Rings. I don't know. I'll give you like said I was gonna give you 5 seconds to guess what it is, but it already says it right there. The answer, if you can read that, Strider. He's looking a little bit chubby, a little fat, but yeah, he got the long hair, the mustache, and the I'm pretty sure, I don't know how to draw people sitting down. It just looks really awkward. But the idea is he's facing this direction to our left, to his right. So I have his leg, his legs are extending to the left, but they look so awkward. I don't know if this is I don't know. But it's the scene where they're in the bar, in the not in the bar, in the tavern. They don't have bars in the ancient past, or not ancient, medieval fantasy setting, whatever. But here's his glass, his mug, a candle. But in the actual scene, it's really dark and you can't really see much of the details. But yeah, and his hand looks okay, I guess. Not the greatest. Yeah, he's pretty chubby, thick, and his right hand is bigger than his left hand. But yeah, here's Sonya Blade because the Amazon kind of reminded me of Sonya Blade. So I drew Sonya Blade from Mortal Kombat. But this version is actually not looking like Sonya the Amazon anyway. Cause well also I made the hair even longer. I mean it was short. Like I just added the extra I don't know what it's called extra curves to the hair. That's it. But yeah. And I deleted not delete. I chose not to draw those spikes on the arms because that would kill me. And it only had 2 fingers on the side. I mean, visually, when they have it in the picture, it looks fine. It looks normal. When I try to draw just 2 fingers, it looked like her hand is only has 2 fingers and missing the other three. So I just had to decide to draw them with the 4 fingers. And the shoes had more details, so but I chose not to draw it, so it looks more like she's wearing socks than shoes. But yeah, those are supposed to be sneakers, I believe. Yeah. I'll definitely try to draw more Mortal Kombat characters as well. And here's a vampire spearman. Yeah, because in the it's like Warhammer with the vampires and stuff. The vampires should have their own soldiers too. Technically, I'm not sure how vampires would fight in the sunlight and during the day when they get exploded by the sunlight. But yeah. So I mean, I guess it's kind of obvious would be the vampires are based on like more medieval soldiers. This is basically based on uh, med medieval spearmen. Yeah, it's just instead of a regular medieval spearman, he has vampire teeth and red eyes because he's a vampire. So that's why there's so much red. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That was the last picture. So yeah, I rambled on way too long, but yeah, so I'll try. I mean, I'm definitely gonna be drawing more, and if not, I still have some pictures that I previously drew months ago that I never uploaded. Comic book characters, fantasy, fan art, art. Yeah, so I'll definitely upload those. I guess I'll try to upload more regularly now, and everyone stay safe. So yeah, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.